Hi, this is Travis with POSGuys.com. Today we're going to review the RS6100 ring scanner from Zebra. This is an enterprise level product, so it's not for your general retail use. It's really designed and optimized for enterprise operations that do things like manufacturing, major warehousing, transportation, logistics, where they're doing massive amounts of scanning, where their operators are being optimized to the exact minute. You want maximum productivity, so having scanner ready at all times is very, very important versus more of a retail environment where you scan as needed. For those situations, something like the CS6000 would be better on a lanyard where you can just kind of carry the scanner around, or you have a mobile computer with a built-in barcode scanner, rather than having a wearable device that's quite expensive and has enterprise-specific features for them. The first feature I want to get to is the battery and the charging systems. So in your typical retail scanner, like the CS6000 here, it uses a wireless charger, so you can just get a cheap keypad and you can plug it in. Other devices like the DS2278 have a micro USB port where you just plug in the cable to it, you can charge it that way, or you can buy a communications cradle where you just drop it in, it charges and it communicates with the same device. So that's very useful for retail. For enterprise, where you're going to be pairing to different devices, maybe a mobile computer, a wearable computer, an iPhone, an iPad, a tablet, a vehicle mount computer, you don't know what you might be tapping to. They don't have communication cradles, so you have to directly pair the device. And as such, they're making them as small as possible with removable batteries. So removable batteries, so you push the tab down, this little lever comes up, you slide it out. So here's your battery. With this, you could replace the batteries between shifts because this product might be used for 24/7 kind of operations, day shift, night shift, switches in. The battery drops into a little charging cradle like so, snaps in, and there's a charging cradle. So these bays come from a double bay up to like a 50 charging battery bay. And so you pull out the battery you need, put the one you need in. You can't charge it directly on the device, which frustrates a lot of people that are doing it for retail because they don't want to buy extra accessories. So that's one thing to note on it, is that the battery charging is separate. If you're using the ring mount, so this mounts to different straps. If you're using the ring mount, you can charge on this style charger. So there's two contacts on it. You can drop it in. So you could charge in the ring mount. If you're using a top of the hand mount, like either one of these, there's no charging port on it, so you can't drop it into something like this. You would have to replace the battery each time. Kind of that variety on it makes some people a little frustrated, so keep that in mind. But for large operations, you can have dozens and dozens of extra batteries. You can always have batteries charged up, ready to go. So in an industrial and an enterprise setting, they love it. In a retail setting, not so much. One of the great features of this barcode scanner is pairing it with different devices. So they have several different ways. So one of it is the classic way. You're gonna scan a barcode to put in pairing mode. You're gonna find your device in your device manager, select it, and then you'll be paired as a Bluetooth keyboard or a SSD device. Another way you do it, this is one of the newer ways, is that they have tap to pair. So almost all the Zebra mobile computers have a NFC connection, and so does the scanner. So you tap it, it's going to prompt with you want to connect. You say yes, and then it pairs. Now you can see that it's connected to the device. If we go into a notepad, you can just scan to where the keyboard buffer is. Additionally, they have an app, Scan to Connect, that also manages the pairing with the device and puts it in different modes. So you have multiple options of quickly pairing the device with different mobile devices or personal devices. You can even pair it with your own Android phone or iOS device using Tap to Pair, Scan to Connect, just different options. Up to you, whatever's better for your operations. So let's go into the ergonomics of it and how to use a wearable. So there's a couple options. The kind of the oldest option, the original option, is the ring mount. So you just snap it in. There's a lock-in system, and then it's now a ring mount scanner. It'll recognize the trigger for it, and then it'll be ready to go. So this has a little adjustable strap here. It gets tighter and looser. There's a metal clamp that controls it. You can adjust it for lefty or righty. Pull it, right? And so it's very secured on the finger. They also have a two-finger grip if you'd rather be a little more ergonomic with 2 fingers. To initiate the scanner, there's a side button. Pushing that in lights up the scanner. So that's how you activate the scanner. The biggest thing ergonomic-wise with the ring trigger is that it's bad at scanning forward. Your hand, if you look from the side, if you extend your fingers, then the scanner goes straight, but if you make a fist like it's natural, the scanner points down. So that's good if you're scanning things like on a tabletop. So if you're doing some kind of manufacturing where you're looking down the whole day and there's like a barcode on a piece of paper, then scanning down is not a problem. If you're scanning forward, like you're scanning a pallet of boxes, this is a little hard to do, or you have to angle your hand up, or you have to do kind of a weird hand angle. So ergonomics of a ring scanner are not great. That's where the top of the hand mounts are a little more ergonomic. So you can release it. There's just a button here, releases it. There's 2 styles. This is kind of a hand mount, and then this is more of a finger wrap. They both work the same. So you put your hand through it, you put your finger through the trigger, and then it then mounts it to the top of your hand, and you can just snap the scanner into place. All right. So the scanner's snapped into place, and then when you want to trigger it, there's a little button on the side, and you can push the button and it triggers it. So looking forward, when you scan, it's way more ergonomic because you just make a fist and then you can just scan looking forward. Scanning down though then becomes harder because then now you have to angle your hand. So you need to know what you're scanning. If you're scanning forward, pallets of boxes, top of the hand, way more comfortable. If you're scanning down, ring is more comfortable. They also have a lanyard version if you just want the scanner to be on your body somewhere and it just kind of hangs from the lanyard. So those are your mounting options. Additionally, what also makes this a great enterprise device is its durability. So there's an IP65 seal which allows it to get wet and to be very dusty. So you can work in a very heavy, dusty environment. So you can wash it off under a sink, scrub it down. You know, if you get paint on it or some other chemical, you can get it all the way down. You can brush it underwater, whatnot. Just take it off the straps, wash the straps, wash the devices separately. You know, however you need to clean it. If you're using the mounts, some of these will get sweaty and whatnot, so you might want to disinfect it with different kind of chemicals and things like that. And when you're done, you just snap it back in, and then you're ready to go. The job spec and tumble spec of it is very good. It's better than most consumer devices. You really can beat it up, and you don't have to worry. Works just fine. Very, very tough, very, very durable. One of the drawbacks to ergonomics and hand mounts is how well it mounts your hands. So I have the size small strap, size medium would probably place it to the top of the hand, but then the finger position might not fit correctly. If you see my coworker Kana, you can look at her hand and you can see how the fingers don't really wrap at all. Just the way her joints are, this is too close to her hand. The trigger's too close to her hand, so she can't really get in a comfortable position. She'd need to look more at the finger wrap mount, or using just a finger not a scanner. So ergonomics are not a one-size-fits-all. You're gonna have to have several different options to make it fit correctly, or sometimes it doesn't mount flat on the hand, it's kind of on the side. It still works, it's just kind of crooked. So something to keep in mind is that you're gonna have to buy a lot of supplies, probably double what you think you'd want for all the different size hands that might be in your facility.
Here I have two hand accessories side by side. This one is the hand wrap and this one is a hand strap. And it's very important to be mindful of which one fits for your hand. So for me, the hand wrap fits the best. This has a Velcro on the side that goes around my wrist, and then an adjustable finger strap. And this fits perfectly for me. Whereas I have a hand strap, and let me switch over the scanner so you can see. But with this trigger button, I have to sort of twist it, but it seems to retract back to the top of my finger where I can't really press it, and try to move it back, but it's not the most comfortable. Also, you can see that it doesn't really fit my thumb quite perfectly. It should be going around a little bit further out this way, but it's kind of cutting through sort of this side, which isn't the most comfortable.
So what are the point of wearables? Why would you go with a wearable? The main reason why is you are looking to calculate maximum productivity. So the scanner's with you the whole time. So whether you're using another device, you're holding a device, your hands are free, you're able to take it around, and then you need to scan something. So instead of hand typing like a barcode, you can just scan it instantly. So it's just always having that scanner ready. So you're saving a minute here, a minute there, but over an entire shift, maybe you're saving half an hour, maybe you're saving an hour, over a week, over a month, over a year, that adds up into dollars. So there is ROI on wearables. It's just takes a long time to recalculate. But when it does, a lot of these larger companies, this is how they really become profitable, by getting maximum productivity at all time. If you're a smaller operation that can't calculate that kind of ROI, this product might not be for you because it does cost more than a more basic scanner. What makes a wearable special is it has a very long range. So here is a standard size barcode. So the range is from close to very far away. More so than just having range, it's to allow your employees to not have to get close to the product. So while standing up, they can scan. While sitting in a forklift, they can scan. If there's a product on a high shelf, they can just look up and scan. So the point of having a long range is so that you can do your scanning without having to get close to the product. Additionally, the motion tolerance on this product is really high. So if you're scanning and you're moving around, you're not able to have like a straight, you're driving the forklift and you're scanning while driving. You can still scan things. The motion tolerance is very good, so that scanning's quick, it's easy, so you're getting more done quickly. So if your operation is really big into productivity, you want the scanner to always be available to someone in the warehouse, on the manufacturing floor, then the RS6100 is definitely something you'd want to look at. Just make sure that you buy the correct accessories. You're going to need however you want to mount it. You're going to need however you want to charge it. So if you go with the ring mount, you can go with the ring charger. If you're going to go with the hand mount, you need the hand chargers, and this will connect to the different bases, so they have options. So if you're buying a dozen, 50, 100, hundreds of devices, you can buy the appropriate chargers for them, and you need the correct amount of batteries with them. It's really recommended that if you're going to go into ergonomics and wearables, that you run a pilot program. So contact us. We could either supply you with a demo kit where you can try out the scanner, one or two scanners, different charging and different mounting options. You can kind of find out what works well, or we can do a bulk purchase where we can help you get kind of the starting equipment for a small operations and see if the ROI is there for your company. For more information or to purchase, please visit us at POSGuys.com. Thanks.